Hi, everybody. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are awesome. Excuse me while I get all my bits and pieces ready. Hello. If you are catching this live, welcome. Hello, Facebook. Hello, all my VIP recording specialists, my amazing community who get a copy of all of my recordings. Hello, Instagram. Hello, everybody. I am definitely rugged up today. Pop on in, say hi. It is not the Koshing Collective. I've spelled that wrong. So grab a coffee. It is bitterly cold here in Melbourne today. I am not joking. I'm not even venturing outside at all. So if you are struggling with this cold, let me know, because I can't be the only one ever feeling the cold this year. It is horrible. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me this Wednesday. And welcome to the Coaching Collective. Coaching Collective is my free resource. So it's another stream under my umbrella of Inspired Lifestyles. And I'm proudly presenting every Wednesday my coaching series. This month, for the month of June, if you caught my stories yesterday, you will have seen that it is all about imagine if. So today is about time, imagine if. Okay, so the question I'm going to ask at the top of every call all the way through is, imagine if nothing changes in your current reality, nothing changes to your state of mind, nothing changes in your mindset, your struggles, your resentment. Okay, what happens with your time? So if you feel like, for instance, especially for this week's topic, if you feel like life is running away from you, where you are feeling like, holy moly, it is the 15th of June, 2022, where has the year gone? I haven't achieved what I wanted to do. I haven't gotten to what I've wanted to do. What changes if you continue doing what you're doing? So the Coaching Collective is, like I said at the top of this call, a free resource, and it falls under a great opportunity and a great tool for you to put into your toolkit, that under Inspired Lifestyles. So for those who are brand new to Inspired Lifestyles, those who are brand new to living your inspired lifestyle, which is on my Facebook community, brand new to Claire Burt, I will welcome you wholeheartedly. I'll welcome you with so much warmth and love to this Wednesday, and I'm welcoming you to the brand. I am Claire Burt. I am the Chief Inspiration Officer here at Inspired Lifestyles, and I am the self-proclaimed Breaking Up with Being Busy expert. I've developed programs such as the Breaking Up with Being Busy, and my newest offering, which is Activate Your Feminine CEO. We've just come out of a phenomenal Ignite Your Self-Belief Masterclass, which is being so widely accepted and so widely used. It is phenomenal. I am so proud of the content coming up. And Activate Your Feminine CEO, which we touch on in parts of the Coaching Collective calls, is something that is imperative to every woman, whether you are a mum, whether you are working from home, back at work full time, the struggles, the resentment, the guilt, okay, the putting us last, the forgetting about our feminine energy. It is all about rocking up as the CEO of your life every single day and what you need to do to claim that title. So this is what the 6-week investment is. Activate Your Feminine CEO is a tool. It is the framework. Okay, so for us to step into our feminine energy, into our calming, in our nurturing, our fun, our excitement, okay, we still need a bit of the masculine framework. So for us to be able to piece our jigsaw together, okay, for us to feel calm, okay, and for us to feel slightly in control of what we're doing, we need the masculine framework, and that is what Activate Your Feminine CEO gives to so many women. I am proudly presenting that in about a month's time. If this is an offering you would like to take in, have a look for, please let me know. In Instagram, there are resources that are not on Instagram. So if you are watching and this is sounding like something you want to do, then please let me know in the comments once you see this live come up. I will gladly drop a link to you for you to have a look at. For everybody else that is watching on the recording on Facebook, this is going to be a massive tool for you to have. And I want you to think of, imagine if nothing changes in your current reality, in your current struggles, in your current resentment, your guilt, your out of control feeling around time. What happens with your time? Okay, if you don't have this toolkit and you don't have a tool at the moment, how are you going to get yourself out of this hole? Okay, How are you going to get yourself out? How are you going to find the time? How are you going to find the border, that masculine control the process, if you haven't had that before? If you're finding, like me, you are almost 40 and you are finding that you are learning so much about your life, that the stories you have in your head are not necessarily true, but you don't know how to get out of them, what tools are you relying on each and every day to overcome those triggers you're going to be triggered by? Okay. Every single minute of every day, we are triggered by the stories in our head that is keeping us safe from trying something new, from trying something that our heart is so longingly desiring. It is stopping us from trying a new food, a new experience, a new coffee, a new person in our life, perhaps, a new mindset, a new time frame, a new activity. It is stopping you and keeping you safe, which is fantastic, but you are missing out on opportunities. So today is all about time. And as busy working mums, time is flying by. It is the 15th of June. Like I said before, it is the 15th of June. We have got 6 more months left of this year. What tweaks do you want to make to finish the year strong? What tweaks do you want to make that your ripple effect are going to benefit from? Now, if you're not sure about what I'm talking about with ripple effects, it is something that I speak about a lot in Breaking Up with Being Busy. And those that have worked with me in Breaking Up with Being Busy, drop a comment in the Facebook community, because it is nuts. Once you have the light bulb moment of how your ripple effect is impacted, changes everything. So leave me a comment in below in the Facebook group for those that have worked through that module, and let me know, let the community know how important it is to bring awareness to your ripple effect. But today is all about time, something that we have equal amounts of every single day, something that some people seem to have more of, some people get to manage more. Okay. And it's not just that some people are more organized, perhaps you're not organized. It is probably because you create chaos. If you caught any of my Ignite Your Self-Belief Masterclass, I did a whole day on that. Are you creating chaos to avoid a conversation? Do you create chaos? Do you create drama? Do you create spot fires so that you come in be the savior? So that you avoid having those conversations, so that you avoid having the conversations with yourself about how perhaps you're not where you want to be. Okay, cannot play the victim as well. So imagine where you are right now. Just stop, listen. You could be at work, you could have people at your desk, you could be at home managing little people, which is a tough gig. Okay, you could be multitasking like me, doing a live while your husband will be calling you to ask about the financials of business. I want you to think of right now where you are. I want you to stop and I want you to take a deep breath in. I want you to feel your chest expand, and I want you to breathe out through your mouth. And I want you to feel in your body. Sometimes you might need to close your eyes to do this. What tightness, stress, struggle do you feel about time in your life? Where does it sit in your body? For me, it sits in my shoulders, behind my shoulder blades, and it also sits in the bottom of my pit of my stomach. Okay. I want you to think about times when you feel most triggered, when you feel most insecure about time. How do you know and how do you feel knowing that you have the ability to change something in your life right now? Make a tweak, ask for help, use a tool, a framework, sign up to something, but you haven't. How do you feel that you haven't honored yourself, made yourself a priority about time? How do you feel when you hear the words, I can't be bothered, I'm too busy, I don't sit down, I don't have time, no one helps me? How does that feel? What is your body's reaction? Are you more hunched over? Do you sit with your back straight up? You may feel unsure and chaotic. We go around in circles. We repeat patterns because it's what our mind is saying is normal for us, but it is not normal. and it's creating more chaos and giving you less time so that you actually become further away from being the present person and the present mum you want to be with your kids, and the passionate person and the passionate partner you want to be around your friends, your family, and your partners. You may feel that time actually rules you. You don't have a choice. And this is something that I used to say to myself quite a bit when I was working in corporate, that I was controlled and I didn't have time. I didn't have a choice. Well, I did have a choice. I allowed the people pleasing to take over. And these two little munchkins in the background missed out on a hell of a lot, but I'm making up for it now. So there are tweaks. There are decisions. There are choices that you can make that will free up your time. You just have to be brave and own up to your own crap, that perhaps the stories you tell yourself, the chaotic, the busyness, the ego that you are leading with is not actually the right choice for you. The masculine that you are standing in, the pedestal you are putting yourself on, is not actually the right way of using it. You are not honoring yourself. You are deserving of more time freedom. Okay, the most courageous we can be is when we live in a judgment-free zone. When we stop trying to please everyone, we stop trying to be everything to everyone, doing everything for everyone, and doing it all. Okay, we are in a unique time in perhaps history. As working women, we have the opportunity to do everything and anything we like. We can work, we can stay home, we can do both. We can be online, we can be in real life. But just because the opportunity to do it all is there does not mean you must do it all. It is impossible to do it all. You cannot do it all and still have the best relationships with your kids, your family, your partner, your friends. You cannot do it all and give 100% everything. In Ignite Your Self-Belief, I spoke about you're actually giving 10% everything and never closing a loop, which is quite dangerous in a sense, because then you're constantly chasing your tail. If you have a fear of disappointment like I do, and a fear of rejection, you will find that once you start giving 10% to everything, that fear of disappointing everybody comes into it, because it's really difficult to then close the loop. It's really difficult to say, I'm honoring myself if I'm not giving 100% to everything. What if I don't give it 10, if I don't give 100% to everything, I'm not good enough. I feel I'm going to fail. What are people going to think? Like I said, that judgment that you feel is a story in your head. People are too busy living their own thing to really care what you're doing. Okay, those that know you, those that love you will always have your back, but you must be brave enough to ask for that help, to have them back. Okay, people are so busy doing their own thing that you need to ask. Then we live in a social media world. I've said this before. In real life, we are scrolling past people in the street. Okay, people are not using their time wisely. Are you getting distracted? Okay, think about all of those things. It does take a village, so remember to ask for that help. So let me ask you this. If you look at your current struggles, if you look at your current resentment you feel, your current envious maybe of someone who has perceived more time than you, someone who seems to be better than you. Mind you, this is all perception. So you are thinking that someone is better than you. Someone has more time than you. Someone has it easier than you. Perhaps you said they're lucky. What if you had that same opportunity? You had the same tool. You have the same time. You do have the same time every day. You need to be really structured about how you spend your time. What if you said yes to more playtime with your kids? What if you had lunch once a week or coffee once a week with your partner during the day, just chilling out? What if you watched a movie as a family once a week on a bitterly cold Melbourne night and ate popcorn on the couch? What if you said yes to walking in the sun, in the air once a week? what would then your time freedom look like? If you said yes to all of those things, what would change in your relationship with your partner? How would your kids react? How would you physically feel? How would you mentally feel? It is not selfish to structure your day. If you think you need to be productive from 9 to 5, you don't have the right tools in your toolkit and you don't have the right mental state to think that you can. Everybody has different working productive hours. Some people are more productive in the afternoon. Some people are more productive in the morning. I'm more productive in the morning. Okay, and this is what is a pillar. I actually set aside a whole week, a whole module to time management in Activate Your Feminine CEO. So if you are struggling with structuring your day, structuring your week, structuring your month, whether you work from home for yourself or someone else, please drop a comment in below. Really, really want to make sure, I'm just making sure that's right. You have the right tool. So it is not selfish to structure your day and do what you want. My structure of my day is my peak performance hours are 10 till 2. So before 10, obviously I'm mum mode. Getting the kids ready for school, we do school drop off and I exercise, whether it's a walk or I go to the gym, I exercise. I come home and I work from 10 till 2. Then from 2, I'm in mum mode. Whether it's preparing for the kids to come home, getting ready for the sport because we have sport on every night of the week, getting dinner sorted. And then I am in full mum mode until the end of the day. I also structure my week. So I stack the first half of my week heavy with work because I know I switch off on a Friday. But that also allows me the freedom to be able to be at school, to be able to have lunch with Cole whenever I feel like it. It's a benefit, yes, that I work from home, but I worked, remember, I sacrificed a lot in corporate to get to the position I am now. It is not luck. Okay, the people that work with me, the women that work with me know the importance of managing their time to get the most out of it. We are a select few people that understand the idea that productivity is more important than spending time doing lots of stuff. Be more productive in the time that you have rather than fluffing around doing lots and lots. Okay, we've learnt little hacks. There are automations available to us. Okay, simply because we said yes, simply because we've decided that maybe there is an easier way to do something than 20 years ago. Okay, so if nothing changes in your current reality, what happens with your time? Are you running around saying you don't have time, yet you're still grocery shopping with the hordes of people on a Saturday afternoon? Use a resource, use online, find a different way to free up your time. If you got to think of it this way, and this is what Activate Your Feminine CEO is, it brings a business mindset to personal life, which we all should be doing because you should be factoring your hourly rate to everything that you do. Because once you sit and you think about how much you are worth, you decide where you spend your energy and where you're wasting time. Activate Your Feminine CEO is all about this. If you haven't adjusted to little hacks, if you are sitting there thinking, I don't have time, I don't trust it, there are some stories going on in your head that you need to get to the bottom of, because I have more time than I have ever had, but I am busier than I ever have been. Okay. There are lots of things that I choose not to do because I found an easier way to do it. There are a lot of things that I still do because I enjoy it. But structuring your day, working out what you are worth and seeing yourself as a business is the step and the foundation to really looking at a lot of improvements within your life. How you spend your time, how you spend your energy, who you spend your time with, what you are no longer putting up with. Knowing where you don't want to be and knowing how you don't want to feel, along with knowing your hourly rate, is really, really important so that you decide how you live your life rather than energy ruling you, time ruling you, someone else, you saying, I don't have a choice, you then start to step up and say, well, no, I can't afford to do it this way anymore. My energy deserves better. My family deserves better. My ripple effect deserves better. And then you invest in it in a circle. Now, those that are breaking up with being busy, those that have been along this journey in Inspired Lifestyles for a while will understand my importance around an inner circle. Please let me know in the comments and let the community know in the comments why it's important, what you've learned about from having an inner circle. Unless you have an inner circle, nothing changes, ladies. Nothing changes if nothing changes. What tools do you have in your toolkit right now to get you out of your resentment, to get you out of your envious nature, to get you out of your old stories that you are not good enough, it's too hard, I just don't have time. Those patterns continue to repeat until you are brave enough to make that change. The time doesn't get delivered to you on a silver platter. A moment and someone is not going to walk into your life with a magic wand saying, don't worry, sweetheart, I'm going to take care of it all for you. Yeah, we have to be that person. We have to be the fairy godmother to save ourselves. All right. And that is why I create the coaching collective. That is why I create Breaking Up with Being Busy, which is going to be online very soon. And that is why I have got Activate Your Feminine CEO. It brings a business mind awareness to personal life so that you really start to quantify why it is so important for you to understand your monetary worth so that you stop doing stuff you want to do. You find and look at different ways of doing something without the judgment of others too. So I trust everybody that this has been an incredible call. Please let me know in the comments what little life hacks around time you've got. What have you learnt? Perhaps what would you like to let go of? If you're brave enough to write, what would you like to let go of in your life? What would you like to welcome in terms of time? What would you do if you had more time? Okay, let me help you work through that. So ladies, thank you so much for joining me on this bitterly cold Wednesday morning. I trust that this has been incredible. And please stay tuned because next week in the Coaching Collective on Wednesday, imagine if you had more passion. If nothing changes in your life, what happens to passion? It's going to be an awesome call. So I look forward to speaking to you all then. Everybody, enjoy your amazing Wednesday and I'll speak to you all really soon. Bye.